Hi, Prince, UK Self-Defense Green. Time to sharpen the blades, oh yeah. Okay, today I'm going to be talking about a thing called ferocity. What is ferocity and how do you use it, or how is it applicable in a self-defense or an aggressive kind of situation where you're trying to protect yourself? Now, ferocity it goes along with a type of swagger, because you've got to know that your tools that you've got are pretty good, okay? You've got to know that if you're a boxer, you're a mixed martial artist, you're a kung fu karate guy, if you're a guy in the street, you're doing security, you've got to know at least that you can, if something comes at you, you've got the confidence to stand there if you've got another way to get away from that crime or attack that's imminent, and face it with confidence. Now, when I see Usain Bolt leg it from the starting position, he leaves with ferocity. If you see a pit bull dog on the street and it goes at another dog, they go with ferocity. They're ferocious, okay? Now, how would that ferocity apply in a self-defense situation? Say, for instance, on this site, we talk about generic movement that anybody can learn, okay? If you want to get into martial arts, then you do that for yourself. In self-defense systems, it's one of those things that we teach people very, very quickly. Environmental awareness, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what the UK law states that you can and can't do. Little things like that that kind of help people. It's like, a bit like a driving test and an advanced driving test. I'd rather be with somebody who's passed the driving test than somebody that hasn't. Okay, at least they got road awareness, they got spatial awareness, they got, you know, that they're aware basically. So, taking that in mind, we look at a lot of generic movements in this, and if you have a look at most martial arts systems, ranging from Wing Chun through to Silat type of systems, they're all very similar, they're all very generic, they've all got a certain type of movement, okay? But it's how you interpret that movement yourself for what is applicable in the street for you at that moment of conflict. Now, the ferocity aspect comes in like what you have to do if the troubles come in. You've got to make sure that you're gonna whatever you do, it's going to be, you're going to make sure that that's ferocity, right? You've got to make sure that what you have, your tools you've got available, can come out like Usain Bolt, boom, straight out the blocks. So the whole point of today's tip is, if you're a martial artist or you're not a martial artist, and you're into protecting yourself, stand in front of the mirror and just look at how you would react if trouble came towards you. Because when it's happened to me in my life, part of the reason why I've been very, very lucky and got away with just a couple of beatings rather than a lot of beatings, and I managed to give a few beatings out, is because I was aware, I knew about my environment, and I was so sharp on preemptively striking. That was the key. So you watch your person, the attacker, the aggressor coming towards you, and you're ready, you watch them because you practice like this, and the moment you see something coming towards you, a projectile, normally their fists, you can react, bam, 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 bam. And you react with ferocity, like a pit bulldog all over that person. And as we know from all the footage and all the reality training, it only takes one hit. That's why we try and debilitate somebody in the first 2 seconds. When you're practicing, or your JKD and your Wing Chun, once you go past 2 seconds, these are fantastic kind of techniques that you're doing that go past 2 seconds, but in reality, it normally engages few seconds and then back, few seconds and then back. So all you're doing by going past point is building dexterity and you're building a better neurological pathway. But I've just demonstrated to you what ferocity is. So just make sure that when trouble is going to come at you in the street, you're ready and you're ready to go and you're ready to hit. If it's a life or death situation with everything that you've got, okay? But by law, it can only be necessary, reasonable, and proportionate. So if a guy comes at me with a flurry of punches, I'm going to retaliate with a flurry of techniques. Could be a kick, could be a spinning kick, could be a jumping kick, whatever I'm going to do, could be a lot of hand movement. So I hope that explained the attitude that you need to have in fighting. It is all about having the confidence and knowing that if that person decides that they're going to come and hurt you, and we're not having that, then they have got to have their hands so full that they don't want no more. Okay, hope you enjoyed that one. This is Prince, UK Self-Defense Green. If you like what you see, subscribe, because we're all family. Yeah.